haven't even met yet. God, see, because God sees, I promise you, the end from the beginning. He calleth those things that be not as though they were. He's already working. A place of intercession. A couple weeks ago on a Sunday, at the conclusion of it, here at the altar, we had an incredible move of God's presence. And y'all remember that? And intercessors came. And there are times when there are people among us, they have a gift of intercession. It's not one we, wear a sign, intercessor. It's not, it's not necessarily because you're not going to go, we'll start off today with an intercessor. Maybe we should. That might be a good idea. But I remember as they began to pray and intercession took place. And I just remember how it lifted, if nobody else, how it lifted my spirit. God's working. God's doing something. I may not know what it is, but God's working. He's working out there where I cannot work. God has a place of altering for us. Intercession is a place where God begins to change us. Hello, everybody with me? Just kind of wave your hand. He's like working to bring us together as a body in unity. It doesn't mean that we're all going to whatever, do the same thing at the same time. He's not creating clones. But His Spirit is moving up on us that we will be in unity of the faith. That we have this expectation. Something's going to happen. Somebody's going to walk that door. Could be the next Apostle Paul. Could be the next miracle that God has in store for this city. We don't know. And therefore we live with expectation of His working. We come to church. You know what? Honestly, I didn't miss church. I don't like missing church. I heard somebody say when they retired, they quit going to church. Shame on you. Whoever you are. I don't believe it. Here's why. You never know what God's going to do today. You never know who's going to walk through that door. And your prayers would make the difference. But what if you're not there? And you say, you're trying to put some guilt on me. I am. I want you to feel ownership in this. I want you to know that God fitly frames us together. We don't always feel that, but there will come a moment when the Spirit will call upon us to work together to produce an incredible result. I know, trust me, I've had friends tell me, don't you think it's about time you retire? I say, I like that idea. But something inside of me says I can't do that. There's still a work to be done. There's still somebody who God has a plan for me to be a part of seeing them saved. You see, altars have a price. They're not just like, altar, this place where you encounter God, is not cheap. Somebody will be awakened in the middle of the night to pray. Somebody will be called upon by the Spirit to fast. Somebody will have to sacrifice to create an atmosphere that we don't even realize that God is using us to be a part of, to create an aura. Now you know what I'm talking about, where all of a sudden you can feel a presence of expectancy that God is going to do something. You can feel it. Somebody's going to walk through the door. Somebody's going to make their way to the altar today. They may have been coming for months, years. I tell the story of the guy in Lexington Park who came for 2 years. He was a biker, sitting on the back row, couldn't raise his hands. His wife came, folded and watched us for 2 years. And then one Wednesday night on one of those just ho-hum services where we were shutting down, Bruce made his way to the front and knelt at the front chair. And a few of us, I think mainly my family and maybe a couple other people. And so we're praying, everybody else had left. And all of a sudden, I walk over by Bruce, I'm standing there. He can hear my voice. And he turned and looks at me and he said, "Oh, Pastor, this is killing me." I'm going, "Hey, folks, hang on, God's doing something here." Right? This is God. God's doing something here. So he prayed about, I don't know, another 20 minutes or so, and then he looked at me again. "Oh, Pastor, I mean, this is hurting. This hurts me." He prayed another 20, 30 minutes or so, I don't know, probably an hour. And we're just there, praise God, getting Jesus. Hello, right? And then Bruce said he's weeping. We'd never seen him like this. He usually just sat in the back watching us. Tears running down his face. He's a biker guy. Lord have mercy. They don't do stuff like that. He's crying. And it's killing me. It's hurting me. And all of a sudden he stands up. And I think a few of us were gathered around. And all of a sudden my son said, "Here it comes." And I promise you, it was like we heard a door in the church slam. And all of a sudden Bruce threw both of his hands in the air and started speaking with other tongues as God filled him with his Spirit. And that's incredible right there. I'm like, woo, yes sir, that's what this is all about. But I remember like a week, 2 weeks later, I said to Bruce, "Bruce, would you come up maybe and just tell us a little bit about what happened to you, what's happened to you?" And Bruce said, "I've been coming here for 2 years. I sat on the back row. I watched you all and thought for sure you all were crazy." He said, "I come because my wife come." But I sat back there, and there were times where I tried to raise. How many of you here today can just raise your hands? Jesus. He said, "I tried to raise my hands. I couldn't do it. It was like I was in a straitjacket." But he said, "Watch this." He said, "What happened to me on that last Wednesday night was God filled me with His Spirit and He broke every chain." Now, I'm going to tell you about us. We look at someone, we wonder why they can't raise their hands. Trust me, I've tried to make them raise their hands. But I promise you, we don't always see the chains that hold them in bondage. But if we can have an altar where the presence of God is there to have an encounter with people, He will break the chains. He will set them free. Somebody has to pay the price. Somebody has to be the first one to the altar. Isn't it amazing how we'll say, "Come to the altar"? I said, "Anybody want to come to the altar?" Right? And we look around like, who's he talking to? Folks, I'm trying to help us today. Next week is going to be incredible. People are going to come. We're going to do things. We have been working to try and have things ready intentionally. It'll be a day where we talk about the power of the resurrection in personal lives, how it's experienced, how it set people, homeless people free, how it set an addict free, how it took a loveless life and gave it love, how it caused someone who didn't even know there was a God to find that God, the power of resurrection. Marriage that was ready, they were ready to get a divorce, but Jesus stepped in and healed their marriage. Yes. The power of the resurrection. We're going to intentionally do some things, and we're believing God that there are going to be people here who know they know they need something. They just don't know what it is. And we're going to pray. And when they make their way to this altar, I'm going to need you. I'm going to need all the help I can get. We're going to lay hands. We're going to pray for people. But some of you got to be bold enough. And slip up alongside of them and say, I see Jesus on you. All right, let me just bring it to a close. Anybody here received a promise from God in your spirit? I mean, you know you have. I believe that when you receive a promise from God, you begin to picture it in your mind. What's going to happen? I think God can give people, I know this thing, I know it's true. God can give people a picture of what God is going to do in their life long before they ever show up at church, long before they're ever here. And some of it may include what happens here. But I promise you, it's even the after life, if you would. How God's going to use them. God's got plans for them. God's got great dreams for people. And so they come sometimes with an expectation. And we cannot afford to let them down. Now, when I say that, I'm just telling you, you got to worship. You got to give it all you got. You got to love Him. If you have the liberty to raise your hands or clap your hands, then you need to exercise that liberty. When the preacher's preaching or somebody gives a testimony and you agree, you have the license, the liberty, the ability to say, Amen. Amen. And your affirmation, listen, your affirmation, according to the scripture, there's power in our speech. Your affirmation can change a life. Just saying amen, which means amen. So be it. So be it, God. Let it happen.
Amen,
all right.
Amen, amen.
Make sure I didn't. Just... When Abraham was building the altar on that mountain, you know, God told him to take his son, his only son, the promised son, up to the mountain and offer him as the sacrifice, right? By Abraham's actions, he was saying, I'm accepting the promise. Your actions, hello? It's like, I'm telling you this works, but you're going to have to trust me. Sometimes as a pastor, I get frustrated when people ask me for an answer. I give them the answer, but then they look at me like, duh. Hello? I'm telling you, God can change lives. I think I see Brother Johannes. Hey, Brother Johannes, good to see you. All right, would you stand with me? When we come to this altar today, for example, in the book of Revelation, it talks about 7 churches, chapter 2 and 3. And one of the churches, I mean, it has something to correct in all the churches. And I'm just asking you, trust God today. I'm asking you, let God make us a group of people designed by God that can affect this city, can become an impact junkie. In my definition, impact this city. I'm all for it. So, how do we do that, Brother Will? Mine. If you know and you've been holding out on us, I don't think we necessarily have all the answers today. We'll do everything we can, like dig wells or build orphanages, or right? We'll do all those things, but really when it comes down to it, we must come and offer ourselves to God and say, I don't know, Maggie. I really don't know. God's got you over here. He's got something special going on. Right. Did he tell you what it was yet? Yeah, I know he's working. Fanny, God's doing something. We know it. You know, but we don't necessarily know the details. So by faith, when we come to the altar service, we either say, no, I don't want to be part of it. That's pretty harsh, isn't it? Like, now what am I going to do? Say, you want to come? Yes, I am. See, look, when they come next week to celebrate with us the resurrection of Jesus, we're not just celebrating what happened 2,000 years ago. We're celebrating Nanoja's resurrected life. We're celebrating Johannes' resurrected. We're celebrating with Gregory that he's no longer the homeless guy sleeping under a bridge. So how do we do that? Well, we come to the altar. We make an appeal. All right, today. Right now, what time is it? Tell me what time it is. You got 2 minutes. I don't care. So I'm the boss. I can change the clock. And we're not going to just operate by the time. I'm trying to do that, but see, I honestly believe there's an urgency in the time we're living in. In every culture. In the Russian culture, in the Chinese culture, in the Spanish culture, the multiple groups of Spanish people that live in our city. The Africans. Yes. I'm not talking about just the ones in Africa. I'm talking about the 30,000 or so Vietnamese people that live over in our area. Somehow, by God's grace, we need a significant touch of God. So, I am going to ask you, like, all right, I'm just going to say, we're not going to take hours. I'm not going to ask you to come up here and do some chant or, you know, beat your chest and cry out to God. I'm just asking you to come and stay for a minute as we come to the conclusion of this part of our service. Say, God, I want to be used of you. I want to offer myself to you. Yes. I want to be ready. I want you to prepare me, God, for next week. I want to be used. And just come on and just tell him. This is how simple it is. I know we want lightning and thunder, and I do too, but I'm telling you, it's as simple as saying, Jesus, this is Jerry. I really have tried to do your will today. And I believe I'm in your will being here. And I'm listening to what the preacher said, and I made the choice, and so I present myself at the altar. I said, Jesus, come into my heart. Make me what you need me to be. It's that simple. Just tell him that right now. Your prayer, your encounter, your moment today with God right now. Here I am, Jesus. I want my life to make the difference. I want my life to matter. I want to be used of you, Jesus. Yes, Jesus. Yes, Jesus. Yes, Jesus. Yes, Jesus.
Porque tú eres bueno, porque tú eres santo, porque tú eres un Dios poderoso. Gloria a tu nombre, bendito sea tu nombre. Señor amado, mira el corazón y empieza a operar en la vida de él, en la vida de mi hermana. Consuelo, gloria a tu nombre, Rosario, Elena. In the name of Jesus. God, we look to you, finish your garment. We would not be here if it were not for you. As we pray for those who have yet to come, I pray, use us, oh God.
sabiduría, conocimiento de
Use
tu
us
palabra,
for your
Dios mío.
name's sake.
Gloria
I
a tu
pray in the
nombre, Dios
name
mío,
of
santo
Jesus.
Dios.
Let doors open that
Bendito
no
sea
man
tu
can
nombre,
open.
Dios mío.
I pray that the
Gloria a tu
power
nombre,
and
Dios mío,
demonstration of your word be established.
Bendito sea tu nombre, Dios mío. Te doy gracias por tu amor y tu misericordia. Santo eres, santo eres, santo eres.
In the name of Jesus, break every wall down. Break every barrier down for those, God, that do not understand. I pray, Lord, that their eyes of understanding be enlightened in your word. I pray that Holy Ghost boldness be established in each one of our minds and hearts. Oh God, regardless of personality type, regardless of what we see ourselves as, you came upon us. You brought power from on high. You brought demonstration. You brought anointing. You brought the ability to do what we could not do on our own. Because it's through you all things are possible. With God, nothing shall be impossible. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Bring down every stronghold. I pray in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name.
Be bold, be bold. Be bold.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.